So I was for a while responsible for a larger change process, even on a very big level. And if people have difficulty with change, that's one thing. That is the conflict that we handle where we want to maintain the relationship. If people start to work against this change and start to sabotage it, start to somehow create a bad morale in the team, then it called for a bigger intervention. And back then we actually still observed it for a while. We still looked at this like, yeah, let's put this person in our mind on probation. Maybe he or she managed this turnaround and says, let's go with the flow, at least accept the change. I don't want people to fall in love with it, but at least accept it. But there were actually 2 persons who kept on working against it in a very, very destructive way. So there were 3 people saying, this is the end. It does not go any further. First, to us. I took the mandate, I built the team, I actually designed who does what talking, and I even already looked at the process of a couple of steps. The first meeting was a colleague of mine with me, both in a management role in that department, coming with that person from the clarity, from the past behavior to the present, basically looking only into the past, basically what you did there, what happened here is not okay. And we looked at that, we told you there, we gave you the feedback, and up to today you haven't managed. From a psychological point of view, I separate these meetings actually. I only speak from the past to the present in the first meeting. I want this person to come into the present, because if that person continues to say, but back then I did this and we had this misunderstanding there, then I waste a lot of time. So I need to get this person into the present, and I need to be extremely clear that this behavior is not tolerated. And then the second meeting, usually a couple of days after, this is announced and say, we will meet again. We will meet in a week or so, and then we will only talk about the future. We talk only about the future. And the scenario can be a different role. As I said earlier, maybe there's a different role that somebody can. There can maybe be a downgrade. If somebody is in a management role and that doesn't work out, maybe I make another proposal, or I propose how we try it without each other. And that is then a separate meeting. In that meeting, we had that meeting with HR. HR was informed about the entire process. We discussed at what escalation level comes who into the discussion. And to answer that question, I would not see a lawyer early in the stage. I would create a process where if I need to have then certain escalations, that's where a lawyer could show up.
He should be on standby.
But then I would say on both sides. Because then we need to escalate on both sides with all participants, and then this could be the next step if necessary. Or we delegate this. This is also a process that we let only the lawyers discuss what are the conditions under which we see it feasible to go separate ways.